Hi everyone. I'm just recording at my computer this evening. I want to give you something to consider and think about. This isn't going to be a video where you watch it for entertainment. This is one of the introspective videos that I wanted to make. So I've been going to a social worker for help with my aunt dying. I've made no secret of it. The nature of it is because of the pain that I'm experiencing, my physical disability, it was going to be much easier for me to work it out while talking to someone instead of doing the readings by myself and the homework from a grief support group. So the social worker said something to me last week that's had me thinking all week that is worth passing on to you. The topic of it is, how do you respond to and think about your situation in life? And it's got me thinking over sort of the past 18 or so years when I've been dealing with continual mobility and pain problems. Specifically, what it's got me thinking about is the perception of reality and how you respond to a situation sort of either brings you up or it tears you down. What I'm ultimately wanting to challenge you with is to be content in your circumstances while you're working your way through addressing whatever challenges are in front of you right now, and to face the problems head on instead of effectively running and hiding from them. The challenge with running and hiding is the problems still exist. The other extreme, of course, would be that it's not effective to deal with things when you're really tired or when you're hungry. You want to be at your best when you're addressing a challenging situation or have someone with you that can help keep you grounded while you're working through a challenging scenario. What I want to suggest to you as a life skill is being able to subdivide a major problem into manageable size pieces so it's not overwhelming, and so you're able to make progress on the individual components. If you're able to make progress on individual components, then what may have seemed like an insurmountable problem becomes manageable and is something that you can work through. Or if you've just been diagnosed with something like diabetes that's going to be lifelong, that you can then enter into a maintenance regime in taking care of yourself. So let me think of an example. I know what we'll do. Okay, if you want to push a 500-pound boulder up a hill that's 45-degree angle, it's not likely to happen by yourself. Okay, but if you get an electric jackhammer and you start hammering the sucker into pieces, well, sure, you could carry a 1-pound piece up the hill and that little bit's addressed. So whatever that boulder is, whatever that barrier is that's in your life right now that you've clicked on this video, I would encourage you to start subdividing it and then to address the component parts, and even if necessary to go as far as prioritizing what makes sense to address first, second, third, etc. The very, very practical reason for subdividing and why I've spent time talking about it is so you won't become emotionally flooded and either freeze, shut down, or walk away from the problem, leaving it to fester and possibly gaining momentum on you. So what I would suggest is trying to move things forward a little bit and making sustained progress instead of trying to take on an insurmountable problem by yourself and initially making progress but getting overwhelmed and then going backwards 6 steps and finding yourself in a worse situation than when you started. If you've come on here and you're dealing with mental illness, I'm not in any way wanting to shame you. If you struggle with mental health, don't go through this alone. Draw either on the skills that have been taught to you by therapists, talk to a friend, talk to a doctor, even talk to your pharmacist, and they would help direct you to what's available in your community if you're feeling simply lost. And certainly if you're in a situation where you don't have health care benefits, walking into a drugstore or a pharmacy or a chemist that they call it in England and having a discussion with the pharmacist isn't something that costs money, but could help you onto a path of wholeness and either recovery or stability in your life. I think that's really all that I wanted to say today. This is one of those videos where you take home and chew on it for a while. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate it. Bye for now.